Are you having sticker shock over the prices of these homes in the Dallas suburbs? Suburbs like Frisco, Prosper, Celina are getting expensive. And while these cities can offer a lot of great amenities, a lot of people who are looking in the 4s, 5s, and 600,000s in these areas are seeing their options dwindle. So if you are looking for an alternative that doesn't break the bank, stick around, because in this video, we're talking about Melissa, Texas, a suburb just north of McKinney. I'm gonna talk about why Melissa is becoming one of the most popular destinations for people who are moving to Dallas, why you may or may not want to consider living here, and look at everything from schools, infrastructure, retail, entertainment, dining, commute time, safety, and your best options while choosing a home in Melissa. And we're gonna get started right now. I'm Emily Herenda, Dallas area realtor, and my husband Tim and I have been helping people just like you buy and sell real estate here in Dallas for 10 years. So go ahead and subscribe to our channel, and if you'd like for us to help you find a home here in Dallas, feel free to give us a call, a text, or an email. Like I said in the introduction, Melissa is a suburb that sits just north of McKinney, situated along I-75. And like a lot of these northern suburbs 10 years ago, there weren't a whole lot of people living here in Melissa. The population was just under 7,000. But today there are over 26,000 people living here, meaning the population has more than tripled in a decade. So why is Melissa becoming one of the most popular destinations for people moving here? The obvious answer is that you had all this undeveloped land that was ripe for new communities when we started running out of houses. And because maybe it was perceived as being a little further out from Dallas, the homes here have been priced quite a bit lower than some of your neighboring suburbs. For example, if you're looking for new construction, check out how much more affordable a home in Melissa is today compared with Prosper, Celina, and McKinney. Another reason why Melissa is growing quickly is that the schools are highly rated. With 4 elementary schools, a separate 6th grade campus, 1 middle school, and all of these feeding into Melissa High School. These are all great campuses and have great sports facilities, which we love here in Texas. Melissa was just also voted the safest city here in Texas. And despite the rapid growth, you will find that there's definitely a small town atmosphere. So is Melissa gonna be a good fit for you? Maybe yes? Maybe no? If you need to commute to downtown Dallas, Melissa could be a bit of a stretch. In rush hour, your times are going to be likely over an hour. Now the good thing is that Melissa is built right off of I-75 and State Highway 121, and you've got easy highway access virtually everywhere in Melissa. But not everyone that's moving here commutes all the way downtown, so if you work in Plano, Frisco, Allen, Richardson, your commute times are not gonna be as bad. Now because Melissa is still relatively small, compared to a suburb like McKinney that has over 200,000 people, if you're looking for a lot of entertainment options, you're going to have to drive a bit, down to McKinney, down to Allen or Frisco. You are seeing so many grocery stores, restaurants, shopping coming into Melissa. Of course, you got the famous Buc-ee's right here on 75. So this is definitely an up and coming area, and honestly, you're just a couple of exits from a lot more dining and shopping and eating options right here in McKinney. Now, let's talk about your housing options here in Melissa. There are still new construction opportunities here, and many of the pre-owned homes that you see for sale are going to only be 5, 10, or 15 years old. Again, like I mentioned before, your money tends to get to a bit of a bigger house than it would in some of the surrounding suburbs. Most of the homes you see here in Melissa are going to be priced starting in the mid to high 300s up to the 800s. The one thing I'll mention you don't really find here in Melissa are your top tier luxury communities like you might find over in Prosper, your Winsong Ranch, Star Trail, Whitley Place. You don't really have communities at that level here in Melissa, and you don't see a ton of $1 million listings in Melissa that often. This is an area where specifically there's more of a focus on homes priced between the 400,000s to the 800,000s. Well, that's not to say these aren't beautiful communities. One of my favorites here is Liberty. This is a master plan community with great amenities. They started building here around 2004 and are still building today. Parts of the community definitely have that more established feel with mature trees, and then you have the newer portions which are still being built out. Prices here are in the 400s to the 800s. You can still occasionally find homes that are priced in 300,000s in Melissa, although they aren't as common as they used to be. I love that you still have some communities here that offer new construction in that price range. One final note about Melissa that really does need to be said. You want to make sure that you're not buying a home that's too close to the landfill. There's a composting facility and feedlot right there, and honestly, the smell, not very pleasant. Okay, so what did you think of Melissa? If you would like more information, or you would like us to help you find a home here in Dallas, give us a call, text, or email. We'll see you next time.